ఆత్మదైవముల హయగ్రీవ రామచంద్రుల భక్తియుక్తినౌదల ధరించి రామానుజాక్షావిరాజితులు తల్లిదండ్రుల హృదయ పద్మమున నిలిపి శ్రీకృష్ణమాచార్యు శ్రీ పార్థసారథిన్ మేనమామల సంప్రీతి గొలిచి ఉభయ వేదాంత సౌరభమిచ్చి దీవించునామరంగంటి రంగార్యుదలచి స్ఫూర్తి సంధాత యశోదీపితు నచత రఘునాథు పాండితి ప్రౌఢిమెచ్చి రాఘవుడనేను శుభనవారం భనిపుణచరణదాసుడ నుడివెద సరసమృతుల వాక్సుధాధార సభ్యతాభావుకులకు సుకృత సంపదతలిర్ప మోదమలర మద్రక్షణైకదీక్ష శ్రీవైదేహి రామభద్రయో పదద్వయి ప్రవచనే వాచస్పత్యం ప్రయచ్చతు. వెల్కమ్ టు TKVR Alps RD. My dear friends, I salute the dispellers of darkness of innocence and bestowers of intelligence. Today, in our piece of revelation, I will be completing the concept of tradition. Then the next item I will be taking the festival occasions in foreign countries, how the festival occasion is taken in Indian culture. With reference to Ugadi only I shall take, and later if time permits we can think of other festivals also. Okay, and I want to share one important thing. Once upon a time I was going to be a victim for the modernization of Vastu Shastra, Jyotisha, etc., etc., etc. I was in the field of lecturing ever since 1986. I have had my empire, I am happy. And always I gave a date, but I never think of the changed spelling. Nowadays some people are there, they will say that we will be free of cost serving, we will not take money at all. But for their lecture, only few conditions are there. What is the condition? It should, at least the auditorium should have the capacity of 500 minimum audience, and it should have parking of 150 cars, that's all. The dais it should have central AC, and you need not do anything to me, but 20 to 30 members will be following me. You have to take care of the facilities for the 20 to 30 people. I will be directly coming onto the platform, stepping down from the car, and again I will be going back. I don't know. I don't want to take any single paisa. That's all. But I was not like that. I went by my moped, later by my scooter, earlier by my cycle. I was dot on time. Like that, up to 1986 to 2007, I used to attend the lectures in the traditional form only, in the traditional form, that is dhoti and shawl, that's all. I never had the other attire as many people are doing. By 2000 I entered TV channels also. They also accepted. All of a sudden in 2006 or 7 they said, no sir, you should not have half naked like that, you should wear some lalchi, something like that, a better waistcoat also. Later I started. But in those days only some great scholars, when they are giving lectures in presence of Swamijis also, they did not follow tradition. No problem. All of a sudden in 2004 to 6 my kingdom is collapsed. I was not invited by many institutions due to other reasons. Somebody said, why don't you contact so and so person, is an excellent person in numerology. Okay, just I went, because we do not know where the treasure will be there. And the fellow said, have a change in your name, sir. Just only one letter will change your future and change your fate also. What is the change, sir? You are Raghavan, isn't it? Add one more R, RRA. Any more? GG, HHH, AAA, VAN. Okay, sir, suppose I change. Okay, but already in my bank account, Raghavan is there. If this is not changed there, oh, if I change like this, in the college register it is used to be changed. And they go, no, no, not like that. It is enough. And you write the name daily 1,000 times on a paper, white paper, and tear it off. That's all. Like this, for 2 years you do it, and definitely you will mint money like anything. You will be an excellent Paramount level, and you will be getting Sahitya Academy Award also like that, he said. I laughed at him because I was escorted by, no, I was dragged by one of my greatest personalities of our relatives. That's all. So I paid him the relevant, what I have to say, fees. Okay, I should not say honorarium. I have to say, I pay the honor. Suppose a fellow says, do Ramakoti, write Ramakoti, you will heckle at him. Sai Baba Koti, you will heckle at him. You have to write your name 1,000 times as RRA, GGGGG, HHHH, like that. Like that, many people, they are having simple syllables only. But you observe the so-called numerologists are changing numbers or changing letters like that. But as a lecturer, I know graphology also. Observing the handwriting of the student, I can advise a mental stature, but I never made it commercial. Observing such things, I suggested him, you are having this mental built up like this. You try to change this one. Sir, how did you get it? Oh, no, I will not say that one. That's all. Is it true or not? If it is true, well and good. If it is not, no problem. Like that, I used to change the attitude of my students, observing their facial expressions, their walking style, their writing methodology. Yes, these are different arts that are given in 64 arts, fine arts of Indian culture, including robbery. Robbery or theft, that also an art. You observe Mrichakatikam, there is a thief. He says, his soliloquy is there. I will be identifying the amount of riches in the home by the way in which they are burning the lamps. Depending upon the light of the lamps, I can identify how much amount is there. In what direction of the home the riches are kept, the money is kept, I can identify. I will break up the door or dig a hole in the wall and enter and come out so easily, so swiftly. And finally, the next day, observing the design of hole on the wall, design of the aperture on the wall, the household fellows will be wonderstruck. In such a manner I will be doing, he said. Yes, that's also an art. That's also great art, isn't it? Like this, yes, fine arts are there. Please remember, these things are not correct, true to spirit. This is only taken by business-minded people making for business. That's all. Don't be carried away by these things. But remember, the origin of these things are very much there in Atharvana Veda, Rig Veda, and bits of Samaveda. Of course, Samaveda and Rig Veda are same hymns will be there. Chanting methodology will be different. They are there. Actually, there is a book called Veeramitrodaya. Veeramitrodaya, it is almost an encyclopedia. It is in 6 volumes. Each and every bit is not a dharma, it is Dharmasastra. At the same time, it is the book of science and arts and religion. There he gives a variety of arts, variety of professions, and what are the ins and outs, what are the do's and don'ts. All these things they'll give. After all, if you go to a petrol bunk or some other place, you will be observing some flags fluttering. What is the necessity for flags of that one? They should have only one flag with a banner of the petrol bunk, something like that. Why so many flags are there? Similarly, in 5-star hotels also, flags will be erected. Each flag will be having one design, one color, one structure like this. Anytime you have observed it? No. It is given in a Veeramitrodaya also. It is mentioned in Bible also in one of the context. In Latin literature, why the flag is to be taken. And in Tirupavai, Andal, Kodithondrum, Thoranavachal Gappane, there also he mentioned. Description of flags is there in Virata Parva, where Arjuna will explain the flags, different flags. Yes, these are all having a common root from Vedas. Please remember that one. That is the greatness of the tradition. That's why I don't want to say that Puranamityeva na sadhu sarvam na chapi kavyam navamityavajjam, says Kalidasa. I am not saying that whatever is given from old age, it is the best one, it is the golden one. Whatever you are inventing, whatever you are discovering, whatever you are fabricating very lately, it is of no use. I am not saying that one. Whatever good is there in the past, let us accept without any cost or prejudice. Similarly, if something is good available in the latest developments, let us accept it. What is wrong in it? Once upon a time, when we used to learn the alphabets, children are required to write on the soil only or sand only. Later, you got slates. Later, you got pens. Later, you got, earlier fountain pens are there. Later, ballpoint pens. Fountain pens, I had to give a joke. In Hyderabad, whenever a person goes from Hyderabad to some other North India, usually earlier days, people used to say, "You are from Hyderabad, can you get me Misak pen?" What is Misak? What is Misak pen? It is a fountain pen, ink pen. What is Misak? Actually, it is not Misak pen. Qasim, he was the proprietor of that company during British period. And he has manufactured them, but he could not sell it due to some reason. All of a sudden, he got an idea. Okay, let me change the brand. That's why he changed the spelling. That means reversed the spelling. Qasim has become Misak. Like that, Misak fountain pens, Champion, Camlin, Kokyo, like that. Later, you are having ballpoint pens. Later, nowadays you are having iPads and all those things. Without pen only, you can just type. I am not saying that you should use slate and pencil, pen only. I am not saying that. Something is good is there, let us accept. Let us accept. Because when fountain pens were there, handwriting was good. Out of 10 members, if you take, at least 8 members used to write, have beautiful handwriting. The calligraphy will be so nice. In those days, there was a comment. If a fellow is writing in a zigzag fashion, "Are you going to be a doctor?" They used to comment like that. Gradually, ballpoint pen. No. Nowadays, people lost the habit of writing also. People have lost the habit of writing letters, all those things. That's all. Once in our BSc, our fellow wrote an application form to the principal. Finally, you have to write down yours faithfully, but he has written yours faithfulla. Then I asked, what is this? No, faithfully is for ladies only. Ikaranta strilingo, faithfully shabda, like that. Like that we have learnt English. We have learnt language. We have learned like that only. But nowadays, no, as I told you, one software engineer applied for leave stating that I am the only husband to take care of my wife suffering from fever at home. Only husband. And that's the phrase. So something new is there. If good is there, accept it. Similarly, in the old times, if something is not relevant for the present days, okay, forget about it. Whatever is best you take. Puranamityeva na sadhu sarvam na chapi kavyam navamityavajjam. It is said by our great poet Kalidasa. So please remember that one. I quote Richard Cagew of 17th century. He says, even today the word is quite applicable and apt. Give thy pen and mind, or vice versa, both skill and argument of the truth. If you are writing something, if you are thinking something, don't write as you like whatever is scribbled. That's all. Similarly, if you are thinking something, think in a proper manner, both skill and argument. Please remember that one. You observe old cinema writers. They have written excellent songs. Again, you may rally upon. And do you say that there are no rhymes, there are no good songs at all? Yes. Please, nowadays in movies, songs are there. Okay, it will become a super hit. The next year, some other new song will replace this one. But old songs are there either in Hindi, Marathi, or Bengali, Tamil, or Telugu. In whatever language you observe, They used to pick up words in a beautiful manner. What lasting nature was that their property. They used to write like that. Similarly, tunes, they were produced like that only. Suppose a Bengali tune is there. The tune is copied in Telugu, but it has become a smash hit. Actually, the tune is for a duet song, but that was changed in Telugu for a chorus song. It was a smash hit. Like that in Hindi, in some other Tamil, like that, you can observe. So, something is new, accept it. But remember, if you are thinking properly and giving letters on the with pen, or if you're thinking properly and the thinking process proper, definitely you will be enlarging your canvas of thinking and you will give you some other excellent ideas. Very recently I observed in Hyderabad, some students' exhibition is there. That fellow, remove the tumbler, remove the bowl, water will be band. What is this nonsense? That means if you are taking the pot, you are turning the tap, pot is filled, and again you are forgetting to close the tap. That's why a high school student have designed in such a manner. You need not turn over the tap at all. You can just keep the pot under the tap. Automatically, a sensor will be attached to that one. Water will flow, and once the pot is removed from the place, water will be flowing stop, or the flow of water will be stopping. Yes, that's a new idea, an excellent idea. Like that, new ideas are to be accepted. Don't think that old is gold, new is to be dropped. It is not so. Please remember that one. Remember, truth needs no color. With his color fixed, beauty, beauty is not required at all. Beauty is a truth to ray. Don't use any pencil to show beauty with a ray. He says, again same Richard Cardew says, remember, truth needs no color. Similarly, if you want to speak truth, what will be truth? Truth will be always in few words only. If you are speaking more number of words, automatically the truth will be diluted. You remember that one. That's why Kalidasa says, Satyaya Mitabhashinam. The people of the dynasty of Raghu, they used to speak minimum syllables only. They speak in the correct measure, in a calibrated fashion, they speak out. What for? Satyaya Mitabhashinam. They will not be blabbering. They will not be using unnecessary vocabulary. They will not be talking at length unnecessarily. Because if you speak more about certain thing, naturally you have to add color to that one. You have to add some other aspects. Finally, you will be deviating from the track and the content is totally lost. Once upon a time, some 10 years back, we had a minister. He used to he used to talk to press people, and finally the press people used to ask the secretary, what did he talk? Like that. Hours together, they will talk. But no use at all. So, please observe, remember, truth needs no color, which is color fixed. Beauty, no pencil, because the beauty is the truth. To ray, pencil is not required. Take care of that one. And best is best if never intermixed. If you are mixing up, of course, if you are amalgamating, no problem. If you are mixing up unnecessarily with other things, it will not be. Best is best when it is never mixed up. And excuse not silence so, for it lies in thee. Suppose you know something good, you spell out. Suppose you are silent, automatically it is a lie with you, it is a trouble with you. Please remember that one. Never be silent regarding wrong things. That's why a simple example I want to give you. When Bhishmacharya was lying on the Ampasaya bed of arrows, after the 18 days battle is over, Dharmaraja and other people, when they went to him, nearly 2000 people attended him when he was discoursing. After everything is over, after giving Anusasanika Parva and Shanti Parva stories, all those things, Vishwasasrama, everything is over, then Dharmaja asked one question. Grandpa, give me the essence of a righteous path and what I have to do. You have recited so many slokas and stories. Then Bhishma said, my dear fellow, If something is going wrong, please try to stop it, or else raise your voice, or else leave the place immediately. Suppose you cannot walk out, keep your eyes shut, he said. Today we shall accept it, or we'll say something else. But Draupadi laughed at him. She did not smile, she laughed. Then Bhishmacharya asked, my child, why did you laugh? Whether you have laughed or not, whether you smiled at somebody or not, Duryodhana got wild. Later this battle has taken place. Now there is no chance that some more people may die. Why did you laugh? Then she said, Grandpa, you have given a beautiful principle. If something is going wrong, try to prevent it. Did you prevent it? And secondly, what did you say? You please walk out, make a walk out. Did you go out of the chamber that day when I am being tried to be molested? No, you did not. Third one, what did you do? Raise your voice. Did you raise your voice? No. And you said finally, shut your eyes. Did you close your eyes? Then he answered the question in 4 different angles. Finally, he said one particular one. My dear child, I have taken the food supplied by Duryodhana, who is a cruel man, who is an uncouth man. That's why my body, my senses, my intellect were spoiled. That's why I could not make a walkout. I could not close my eyes. I could not raise my voice. Further, the punishment I am having. How can you say that I have taken the food of a rogue or something like that? When Krishna himself has come to Indra, came to in Hastinapura as an ambassador, he rejected flatly to dine with Duryodhana because Duryodhana's food is so horrible. A food that is hated, that is avoided by the God himself. I have taken the food for so long a period. So how can you expect dharma is to be established in my action? He said. Sarva agamanam acharaha prathamam parikalpitaha. Achara means food habits. Actually, that is the correct meaning. You got it out? You take milk, you will enjoy it. You will be feeling happy and you can speak properly. There is another drink apparently white in color. Have it, then how do you behave? So what happens? Depending upon the food items, your nature is changing. Like this, you observe, truth is truth always. Don't intermix with anything. If something is wrong, come out openly. That's all. Otherwise, you will be punished, he said. So, best is best if never intermixed. Excuse not silence so, for it lies in thee. Please identify and beware of the people who are real spiritual people. Remember that one. Shakespeare very aptly quoted in one of his dramas, if I think it's the Midsummer Night's Dream, if I remember correctly, or else the people who are good in literature may pardon me because I am not good in all these things. I am having a petty method of remembering things. I cannot because my memory power is limited. Look sweet, speak fair, but become disloyalty personified. Nowadays, people are there in the modern circle, those so-called people who brand themselves as representatives for spiritual, as just people of bards of religion and philosophy. They apparently look sweet, speak fair, become disloyalty personified. One great yoga guru conducted a meeting in New Nalakunta grounds some time back, and it was shown on TV also. And many of his followers were ladies only. Somehow, such people will be having followers of ladies only. Some lady was adjusting the mic because the mic is not catching correctly his speech. One of the followers came and adjusted the mic. He slapped on her face on the open dais and kicked her. So what happened? You are looking so sweet. You are speaking fairly. Can't you wait for 2 minutes? If you want to scold her out of the dais, you might have done it. In the open public where 4,000 people are there, you have slapped and kicked her. Any meaning? Yes, it was shown even on Doordarshan also. It was telecasted. Is it the process? It is the correct process. Look sweet, speak fair, become disloyalty personified. Apparel wise, like virtuous messengers. They will be appearing to be virtuous messengers. But the apparel, suppose a sannyasi is there, will he have a wardrobe? Will he have decorated costumes? Because a sannyasi, a yogi, usually he should have 3 clothes to wear and 3 clothes in reserve. In reserve, that's all. They have to have 2 pairs only. But what is happening? They are having wardrobes. They will be having footwear with the golden studded, golden plates and studded with the diamonds like that. Is it correct? So their apparel is like that, like virtuous messengers. Bear a fair presence, though the heart be tainted. They appear to be fair, but inner side it is totally in the asylum of darkness only. Teach sin the carriage of a holy saint. They will be teaching. No, what is there in Indian religion? There are superstitions. Please forget about all those things. What is wrong in it? Umar Khayyam also said the same thing. Rubaiyat of Umar Khayyam. Fitzgerald has written, "Hey, fill the cup. Tomorrow is unborn. Yesterday is dead. Wife read today. Enjoyed." Yes. Like this, once upon a time, we had a king called Vienna, and he was killed by the people. Later, his son, somehow, a good person is there. Like that, such people are there in our ancient history also. So, please be careful about them. Please avoid those people who are proud with his form in eyes, pride in expressed his tongue, all impatient to speak, and eyes never try to see. Yes, some great scholar at whom all the people will be fond of. They will be saluting his CDs, his cassettes, you will be sold as hotcakes, like that. And many great people, high ranked people, and old people who are scholars also, when they wanted to talk to him, when they wanted to get a clarification for certain things, blatantly he said, "Such a silly question you are asking me. Check the CD which I had given. I talked on that one. Please go there. Please listen to that one. Please give him." That's one of his secretaries. Is it correct? Of course, a silly fellow came to you. Yes, you can avoid him. A fellow who tried to pull your legs. Yes, avoid. But a senior man, a old person who is learned, and he wanted to check certain things, and he wanted to have that knowledge because you are speaking of some school and he is belonging to some other school. He wanted to get some clarification. Why can't you spend 2 minutes time also? Like that. Please be careful. Indian concept of this is very old. It is gathered and compiled in Vedas. If I speak like that, because you are an Indian, you are speaking. Unfortunately, the dialogue is from a foreigner, W.B. Yeats. He says, Indian concept is gathered and compiled in Vedas from learned to unlearned people. It is carried to the multitude, the thought of scholars and other noble. Please remember that one. It is sung by multitudinous people so abundantly